Hello. I come to you from my rented 2014 Prius, which I'm very grateful for the gas mileage this thing gets, because I have been driving quite a ways to get to my surfing lessons. But it's beautiful California driving, and so far not much traffic, so that's been good. I just want to say I'm day 2 of surfing. My body is not as sore as what it was the first day I surfed last time I was here in May, so that's good. I kind of paced myself because I knew I'd be surfing again, and I did some really good stretching. Oh, the car is like shaking, so I'll stop that. I did some really good stretching this morning, and yeah, I just wanted to capture a little bit of my energy pre-surfing. Gosh, I'm so excited to be out in the waves. Yesterday was a big day for me because the last time I went out without my instructor, so I paddled all the way out, made it past several swells by myself, and then I got past like where the break was. I'm learning so much about like terminology for waves and surfing in the ocean. Like, you know, growing up in a landlocked state, it's just like, it's the ocean and there's waves on it and there's a beach, and like there's really no other, like, the break or how the wave crumbles, or being able to tell like what's gonna be like a soft, easy to ride wave versus what's gonna be like kind of a gnarly look at me using lingo, just kind of like a rough wave that might try and like roll me. So just learning so much about Mother Nature and the environment, and being able to see things. Like, as an artist, I feel like what you have to be a good artist is like noticing the small details, the way like the color slightly shifts in a spot, or the way this line edge intersects with another, and like where it happens. And I feel like I'm starting to learn that same level of discernment and subtle noticing, but with the qualities of the oceans and the waves. And it's really beautiful. It's like the difference between being able to see the whole and taking in the whole thing and the horizon and how beautiful it all is, and then being able to see like the waves on the water, the smallest little waves on the water, and know like how the wind is running across them, and also to know how the whitewash of the wave is, like the texture of it, and then what that says about like the quality of the wave. It's like I was telling my instructor Alex, I was like, the stuff that you're telling me is like this niche knowledge that would take me like years to learn, whereas like, you know, something like where I grew up that would be common sense is like, and just because of the particular environment I grew up in, you know, like we knew it was time to bale hay whenever the leaves of poison ivy started turning red, you know, or we like knew that the hay would be ready to like cut because it had reached like a certain level of like moisture content and drying out, that it would be like ready to be cut and dried and raked and baled. And he's like, yeah, I would like never know that. And I was like, yeah. And they're just like details that like you would see the whole, like you would see like all the pasture ground and the grass and everything, but like you wouldn't like necessarily notice to look at the fence line to see if there's like little splotches of red, you know what I mean? And like that's what you're training my eye to do here. And so just invaluable. I'm so aware of how much it's helpful to have somebody support you when you're trying to work on a goal, somebody who's done the thing or who's grown up doing the thing. And I'm just so grateful to be here and doing that now. So thank you for being here along the journey. Also, if you feel so inclined, I want you all to know that while I'm here, I am being very frugal. I think I mentioned before, I've gotten my flights covered by a friend who was generous enough to like sponsor me coming out here. She's also letting me stay in her apartment, and been doing a lot of like, to cut down on like dining out expenses. I've been doing like grocery shopping and then like cooking at the house and trying to like make pre-prepped meals or sandwiches and stuff like that for while I'm out. And I'm just noticing how much time is invested in making sure that I have like food handled. And I just wanted to open an invite if anyone would be willing to sponsor a lunch or a dinner or a breakfast while I'm here, so that I can spend more time surfing and skating and scuba diving while I'm on a budget, I would be so incredibly grateful. And you would just be supporting an artist, sponsoring an artist, like an artist of life, and me particularly, in doing what like I know I was put on the planet to do and explore, and who I was meant to be, and what I was meant to enjoy. So if that feels aligned for you, please feel free to, I'll include my Venmo somewhere. Please feel free to like shoot me some sponsorships for meals. So, and if not, if you're not in a place where finances or money is the resource, but you feel called to like sponsor in some way, please feel free to share words of encouragement, share what these videos and what these updates mean for you, and just, get in touch with your heart space and just send me a little bleep of heart space energy and love, and that is also received very deeply. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for being on my journeys throughout this adventurous life that I get to live, and I'm privileged to live, and I'm grateful to live. So thank you all. All right, bye.